everyone, it's Sherry Carroll for SimonsSaysStamp.com, and today I'm going to be creating some gorgeous flowers using coffee filters, cupcake liners, and distress stains for a really fun do-it-yourself project. To start my flowers off, I'm using plain white coffee filters, and these are basically generic, and what I've done is I have folded several in half and cut them in little petals. So I have about 3 coffee filters here, and I'm going to fold them in half and make sure that the top is lined up. Then I'll fold them in half again, and it's okay if you make a crease because that'll disappear once we wet these down. When we go to cut them, keep in mind the size that your flower will be. So if you cut it right towards the edge, you're going to have a larger flower, and I've cut it about 1 inch down from that edge. So starting at one side, you want to cut in and create a curved point, and make sure that you get down just a little bit, and then go ahead and cut another petal, getting down again towards that center, and then your last petal, make sure that you get up to where you want it to be, and you're going to cut off that edge once you get there. So you want to make sure that we've separated all those coffee filters off. So now I have 15 coffee filters cut, and this will make 2 flowers. To color my first flower, I'm using Spiced Marmalade Distress Spray, and I'm going to spray into a paper cup. You could also use a glass cup if you want, and I'm going to spray about 5 or 6 times. Then I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to pour this down the side to get some of that spray off the side, and I want to mix that well together. So I'm going to swirl it around and see if I can remove some of that spray that's off to the side. I can't tip this to show you, but I have about 1/2 inch of solution in the bottom of my cup. So now I'm just going to gather up all my little petals, and I'm going to place them into my cup with the point of the petals down. And this will start soaking up the color from that stain, and it's really fun to watch how quickly the color leaches into those coffee filters. So this was less than 10 minutes. I'm going to pull out my petals and lay them on my glass mat. And I was really pleased with the Spiced Marmalade on how it stayed orange at the bottom and it turned yellow at the top. I'm going to lay these out on my glass mat just to get some of that water and stain off. You can use your heat tool on a very low setting or even a blow dryer if you want. I've also laid mine out on a cake cooling rack. And as you can see, the color does get a little bit lighter once they've dried, but it still has that orange in the center. Before I do my assembly, I wanted to show you that I've already cut some petals for flower number 2 and also some for flower number 3. And I've left these really long to get some nice variation in my flower styles. For flower number 2, I'm using picked raspberries distress spray, and I'll be spraying this into the cup just like I did the Spiced Marmalade with 6 or 7 sprays. And I'll be using Salvaged Patina distress spray for flower number 3. Once again, spraying about 6 or 7 sprays into the cup. And then I'll add my 1/2 inch of water to the bottom of each cup. Some colors are a little stronger than others, like the picked raspberry is a very strong color. And as I looked at my Salvaged Patina, I thought I needed a little bit more intensity, so I shot a few more sprays into the cup. And now it's time to add my little petals. Again, it's at that very pointy edge down, and I'm just going to fit these in until they're all into the solution. And I'll do the same with the Salvaged Patina petals. Once they've soaked in the color, I'll move these into a glass dish and let them drain out a little bit. Okay, now I'm ready for some assembly. So I have 15 of my petals, and I have some cupcake liners, and these come pre-colored. They're really fun. I'm going to start cutting the sides, and I'm just going to cut about every 3 or 4 creases from the side of the cup. Next, I'll clip off the corners of each of those strips, and then I'll turn this around and cut off the other sides. Next, I'll add some hot glue to the dull end of the skewer, and these are just cheap bamboo skewers. I'm going to pull this up, and then I'm going to press with my fingers and kind of wrinkle that paper around and just push it into the glue that I have on the skewer. And then I'll do the same to the second piece, and once I have that in place, I can squeeze that together and press that into the glue to form a little flower bud at the top. You can use either 3 or 4 of these cupcake liners depending on how puffy you want this centerpiece to be. So I have used 4 on this one. And so this final piece is getting pushed into the glue to complete my puff, or the center of my flower. And now I can start adding my petals, and I like to slide the petals right onto that skewer and then add my glue, and then I can start squeezing those up to the top and start wrinkling that paper. It's nice and firm now, and make sure that it's pressed into that glue. I'll continue adding my petals until I have about 7 or 8 on each flower. For my blue flower, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So I have my petals here. I also have some little tiny cups, and I'm just going to do little pom-pom on the end of this one. So I'm going to cut into this tiny, it could be a candy cup or a small cupcake cup, but I'm going to make these slits a little bit closer together than what I did on the last flower. I also am cutting 2 of this mint color cupcake liner, and I'm doing skinny strips as well. For these, I won't be trimming off any of the sharp edges. I'm going to leave them just skinny little strips. So just like the larger pieces, I'm going to separate these out, and then I will push the skewer bottom into the little cupcake place. And then I'm going to hold this in place, and then I can add my glue to the top. And I'm leaving about 1/2 inch of glue at the top of that skewer. And now I can press the paper in and mold it into a shape that's starting to be the center of a pom-pom. I'm placing a 4th little cupcake liner onto my little edge of my pom-pom, adding my glue. So there will be 4 of these smaller pieces in total. I'm adding in a single turquoise cupcake, and this is the regular size, and I thought this would go really good with that background. And the inside of the cups have a little bit lighter color, so you'll see more of the darker color as I pinch this and form it into a flower. And then finally I'm adding some glue, and I have my mint cupcake liner, and I've used the stronger color so it is pointing up. So it's going to mix in really well with that turquoise and the white. And to finish off the center of my flower, I'm adding 1 more mint piece, and I'll push this up, and then I can press all of these up to make sure that everything is sealed really well. You can tell when I pinch it because all of them kind of spring into action and really mix in with the other pieces. With all of my cupcake liners pushed up towards the top, I can start adding my layers of petals. And once I pushed this one up, I was pleasantly pleased to see how they bent and twisted and turned. I didn't force any of them to lay the way that they are. So with each petal layer, there is hot glue and then paper. So it's really secure on this skewer. So once I've added my glue, I can press in my petals right to the top. This is starting to look really good. And I'm going to add my last one on, adding my glue. And this is about 7 pieces, so my second flower will have about 8 pieces. So once my glue is in place, I can start to really press this in to finish it off. Here's how my picked raspberry one looks. I've added some lavender cupcake liners to the center, and I think they just look beautiful. And then, of course, my yellow to finish off my color range. So the yellow and the orange. So I ended up making 6 flowers in total. So I have 2 yellow, 2 pink, and 2 blue. And you can use florist tape or paint to finish off the stems. Here's how my flowers look all together in a vase, and I really love that I was able to use some distress sprays without getting inky. These turned out better than what I thought, and I really loved how that distress stain went right into the coffee filter, and these actually look like store-bought flowers. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to make some paper flowers from coffee filters, cupcake liners, and distress spray stains for a fun crafty session. I have my supplies listed in the description box below. And as always, thanks so much for watching.
Hi, I'm Heidi, founder of SimonsSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.